I've got to learn this system here. It's weird because it almost seems like you have to make a whole new video just because you pause it for a, I'm running a business here and I've got to try to answer phones, and it's, you know, Howard City Floral is where I'm working here. And this is a business where I have to stop occasionally. I'm hoping that I can get this all on one video, or I don't know how you're supposed to do all that. There's some arrow up here. I have no idea what it is. Let's expand. Okay. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I'm trying to trying to keep these to around 15 minutes here, and I just get my thoughts going, and then I get interrupted. So people call. It's a business. At any rate, what I started to say is that I think people are really having a hard time. They're getting the rug pulled, very rug pulled off underneath their lives. Everything that they see as sacred, everything that they thought was there to help is really not there to help at all. Most things that they thought were helping them are hurting them. The pharmaceutical drugs, the doctors, the groceries, the GMOs, and the government. Everybody thinks that the government was this great entity, that the United States government was the great white hope of the world and everything. And now they're realizing that this is one of the United States government, as it stands now and has been standing for quite a while, is one of the largest criminally run organizations in the entire world ever. And we're the very center of it. So people in America especially are going to be in a lot of shock right now. Our flag is not even a real flag. It's a corporate flag. It's a Dutch Indies flag. It's a war flag. It's the yellow fringes and Admiralty. It's an Admiralty flag. We really haven't been a real country. I'm not sure we ever were a real country, but I suppose in the beginning we were. But it got quickly subverted and quickly infiltrated by beings that, as I understand it, I don't know if I believe in any of these beings or not. I'm keeping all this very open, but as I've heard anyway, this entity called Saint Germain had an idea about setting up a country, and called the United States, I guess, and wanted to put together a constitution, one that would ensure the rights of people and ensure the government would not supersede the people. This is why we have the Second Amendment and other amendments in the Constitution, to ensure that we are not going to be interfered with by a government that turns on its own people. But so people have so much out here that they're getting the entire rug pulled out from underneath them. We've been made comfortable. We've been made, comfortable in our own gilded cage here, okay? And people don't realize that they're in a gilded cage out here. Excuse me. But a cage is a cage nonetheless. And so, but you can't walk up to somebody and start telling them this kind of stuff. They have to want to know it on some certain level, and they have to have a certain acceptance of this, and trying not to lisp. That was what that comment was about on the last one there. So only, besides my dear mother putting a nice comment on there, I had somebody comment about lisping, and it's been a speech impediment of mine since who knows when. I used to go to speech when I was a kid because of the S's, but I don't know why. So I'm kind of self-conscious about it now. See, this is why people, when they put things like that on there, it's really kind of, it poisons everything. It poisons people. Comments poison people, mean, nasty things, they poison people, and makes people feel like they're not good enough, or they're not worthy, just because they make some kind of noise when they talk. And of course, a whole host of other attributes that people have that make them feel like they're not worthy. At any rate, I don't want to make this video too long, but it's just that people are having a very hard time accepting what's going on out here. I don't want to push too hard, and I don't, a lot of people have a lot vested in this old energy, okay? I could name a few, people even in my own family, they have a lot vested in in this old paradigm, and even myself, if somebody found flowers were all of a sudden poisonous in this new energy, and flowers are a bad thing to sell people, and what would I do, you know what I mean? I have a lot vested in this business. It's hard to change. It's hard to change an entire society of people who have so much vested in an old energy, and to try to get them to understand change. And of course, it's the money slavery system that keeps people enslaved in this old system too. So, the day will come when we eliminate money from the system. That'll eliminate, the slavery. There are people don't, a lot of people don't believe this, but I really truly believe, as much as I believe anything out here, that there are clean, free energy devices out here available. They've been available for a long time, and the technology has been hidden. And people need to accept the idea that we have not had a government that's acted in the best interest of its people. They've been, people with dark suits and dark vehicles come rolling up your driveway and take your technology and threaten the shit out of you and tell you if you say anything, they'll kill every mother's son of you. You're not going to probably say much, okay? And that all that stuff's coming to an end here. People have to realize that, that in order to be free, we have to let go of these old energies. And if we don't, we're going to be forever enslaved in this stuff. And now it's hard, It's sort of like, like say trying to jumping into a swimming pool and you don't know what temperature it is. You stick your big toe in there and you go, ooh, And sometimes, you have to dive in there head first, and sometimes you have to put your big toe in there, and then maybe your leg, and then the other leg, and which is kind of what I've done. I think it's better to try to jump in there kind of slowly. Although we don't have as much time as we used to, so we don't have the luxury of time. We need to bring as many on board as possible in the next few years here. I do believe there may be some kind of a cosmic event that might help accelerate us in a very progressive manner. So we'll see all about that. But I think I'm just going to hang it up here. I've got to call Pam and tell her Cedar Springs Floral. I've got to call my wife and tell her that we have a floral arrangement that needs to be taken to a funeral tomorrow. We do have a funeral going on. Sorry about the interruption, guys. And we'll talk soon.